17.9% inflation since Joe Biden assumed office in January 2021. That is significant. Now, just to put this in context, supposing that inflation surged by 17.9%, let's say 18% rounded up, every 3-4 years, our economy would come crashing down. Now, I understand that correlation and causation are not the same thing. Everybody understands that. But it does correlate with open border policy. Is that a cause? I can't say that it is, but I could see how it could be. I will leave that rather to the researchers who actually know what they're doing to draw the conclusion of whether or not the surge at the border is causing inflation, or maybe inflation would even be higher. I got to pause and think about that. I can't imagine how inflation would be higher if it weren't for open borders, but who knows? We don't know that for a fact. Inflation surged 3.1% just over the past year. What's driving prices? Pay attention to this. You really got to zero in on this. And by the way, I'm going to tie this all together at the end because it's important. What's driving all this is primarily shelter prices, what they used to call housing prices. And when housing prices go up, guess what? Guess what else goes up? Property taxes. My property taxes at the home that I live in have increased, I think, maybe 4 or 5-fold since I lived in my house. We've lived here quite a while, but where's that money going? Well, check with your county. You pay property taxes to your county. Where's the county spending that money? Most people think, well, they're maintaining roads, which in our county, they do a pretty good job maintaining roads. In your county, you probably have chuck holes everywhere. That's true of most, particularly in urban areas. Well, the bulk of your property taxes in every county, probably every county in the country, goes to government schools. People like to call them public schools because it sounds better, but they're government schools. They're run by the government. And what are government schools doing? Well, they're controlled by the woke left, and they incorporate in their curriculum woke left ideology, sometimes to the extreme, depends on the area. But what does woke ideology include? Well, it includes economic ideology that is fundamentally Marxist. They don't admit that. I'll admit it for them. And what does Marxist economic policies create? Inflation. So we can see a connection there. We can see a cycle. But again, correlation is not causation. Causation is not correlation. Well, actually, I guess it is. But things can be correlated, but not cause. But I'm fairly sure this is causation. The categories index climbed at 0.6% in a month. That's not very much, right? Well, month over month, you compound that over the course of a year, and yeah, it's staggering. Your prices are going to go up 3.1%, as we said earlier, over the last year. These numbers, by the way, are important. A lot of people, they have numbers, that's kind of boring. And then when you get to the gas pump, you get to the grocery store, or you go to pay your property taxes. And by the way, if you're renting, you're paying property taxes. It's in your rent. Your rent's going to go up. That's why rent is so high. That's why, the cost of living in a high-class refrigerator box on the street has gone up because refrigerators have gone up. Nobody's buying refrigerators like they used to, so there's a decrease in available refrigerator boxes. So if you're homeless and you need a place to live, you can't live in a box anymore. Maybe you could steal a tent from Target. That might work. Overall prices have surged again, 17.9%. Let's tie all this together. And what we see happening is we have an incompetent president. Now, I got to tell you, Joe Biden is not stupid. I know people like to say he's an idiot. He's really not. For someone to accomplish what he's accomplished over his life, he may be evil, he may be rotten to the core, but he's not stupid. Or at least he wasn't stupid, I should say that way. I'll say it that way. But now we know that the guy's in his 80s. his cognitive skills have declined greatly. And we got to tie this together and ask ourselves the question, who's running the country? It's clearly not Joe Biden. Somebody, I mean, say clearly, I can't, I don't know exactly who is in the swamp running this, pulling the strings of Joe Biden, but I know this: if you watch him give a speech anytime, anywhere, this guy is not in control of himself. How is he going to be in control of the country? Well, somebody is, because the country is being controlled, so somebody has to be at the controls. So who's behind the curtain? I don't know. George Soros, maybe, or somebody akin to his ideology? Probably. I don't really know. But what I do know is the outcome.
Brand new numbers on the economy this morning sending markets lower. The U.S. stock market taking a significant hit at this hour, down 700 points. The Dow, it's almost a 2% drop. Its worst day in a year, and the Dow has now wiped out more than half of this year's gains, all on this new inflation data showing it running hotter than expected in January.
That, again, these are not stupid people. They're highly intelligent people. They're just very, very wrong. And my conclusion is that they are intentionally, willfully destroying America because they're globalists. They don't like nations. They don't like our national anthem. So they're going to, you can't even go to a ball game anymore, a professional ball game, without them causing division over the national anthem. They hate nations. They're not nationalists. They're globalists. And they want to destroy our nation. And they're doing a pretty good job of it. They're not doing it overnight, but, they're doing it. We can see that open borders. We can see that in inflation and the economy. We can see it across the board. This is not an opportunity to promote a particular political candidate. But I will tell you this, 4 more years of Joe Biden would be devastating for our country. And the more Democrats we bring into the country who come in as uninvited guests, the more blue, I'm not going to say that, but the more blue our country becomes. And the bluer our country becomes, basically, that's extreme Marxism, in my opinion. That's extreme left wokeism. And again, they want to destroy our country, and there's not a whole lot we can do about it, but we can vote come November. So at least do that if you're not going to do anything else. Here's something else you can do. You can take this video and you can share it on social media. And when you share it on social media, on X or Facebook, whatever, just put a little note on there and say, hey, you need to listen to the numbers in this video, because these are significant. These are affecting your future. I'm in my 70s. My future is, 10, 15 years maybe. But most of the population has a future more years than I do. And your children and your grandchildren. It's their future these people are trying to destroy willfully. And what are you going to do about it? Well, my suggestion again is, do something. And one thing is to share this information on social media. If you've not yet subscribed to our YouTube channel, this is your opportunity to join our family. Very small YouTube channel at this point. So yeah, leave a comment, because I can actually read all the comments and I can reply to all the comments. Hopefully this channel will grow, and I'll have so many comments I can't keep up with them. But that's happened in the past, and it may happen again, I hope, in the future. So give the video a thumbs up, share it on social media, subscribe, and we will see you all next time.